Hi everyone, it's Anam here, and today I'm starting something new, my very first coding blog. If you've seen my previous videos, I usually post study with me sessions and focus tips. But this time, I'm sharing my coding journey. I've already learned the basics of HTML, CSS and Java before, but I started to relearn everything properly and document it step by step. So in today's vlog, I'll be working on two beginner-friendly freeCodeCamp projects, the cat photo app and recipe app. So let's get started. Okay, so the first project I'm doing is the cat photo app. This is one of the most famous beginner projects on freeCodeCamp. At first, it looks super simple, like just some text and a few pictures. But actually, it's perfect because it combines all the basics of HTML in one place. So let's start. The first thing is the heading. I'm using the H1 tag here. This is the biggest heading and it basically tells the browser this is the title of the page. Headings are really important because they are not just for making the text look big, they give meaning. Search engines and screen readers read headings first, so they know what a page is about. That's something I didn't really notice the first time I learned HTML, but now I realized how important it is. After heading, I add a paragraph with the P tag, paragraph tag. Paragraphs are like the building blocks of the text in HTML. They break content into chunks and make it readable. Without paragraphs, everything would just look like one long, messy block of text. Next, the fun part, images. I add a cat picture with the image tag. The cool thing is that image doesn't need a closing tag. It just has an attribute called src which points to the image link. freeCodeCamp provides a cat image URL, so I paste it here and there you go, a cat on my page. The real detail is the out attribute. And that means if the picture doesn't load or if someone is using a screen reader, they'll still know what's supposed to be here. Honestly, accessibility is something I didn't think about much before, but adding alt text is such a small habit that makes a big difference. Now I'm adding a link using the anchor tag. Links are what make the web the web. Without them, everything would just be the isolated pages. Here the project asks me to create a link that goes to more cat photos. I added the link and the text says click me here for cat photos. When I run this, now the new page is connected. Okay. I love this because even such a small line of code makes the page interactive. Next are the lists. Lists are honestly my favorite part of HTML basics. First, I create an unordered list which uses the UL tag. Inside it, I added list items with li tag. Here I wrote the things cat love. Then I make an ordered list with OL tag. This time I write things cats hate. Ordered lists use numbers, so it's perfect for ranking or steps. I think lists are one of those tags you end up using everywhere, whether it's recipes, to-do lists, or even menus. By the time I finish, I have actually used a lot of HTML tags, headings, paragraphs, images, links, lists, a lot. It might look very basic visually, just text and pictures on a plain white page, but the structure is solid. It's the skeleton of a web page, and once CSS and Java come in, it can be styled and made dynamic. What I like about this project is that it forces you to practice all the things. Before I used to jump straight into tutorial or copy code without thinking much, but now even adding a simple alt text or writing a list make me pause and think. Why is this tag here? What purpose does it serve? That's the real learning for me. The second project is the recipe app. This one feels a little more practical because it's like building real cooking page. I start with a big heading that says recipe app. Then I created an ingredient section with an unordered list and a step section with an ordered list. I also added an image of the recipe and a link to more dishes. These are small touches, but they make the page look complete. The cool thing is that HTML really feel like building blocks. First we had the cat project to practice images, text and forms. Now in the recipe app, it's more about organizing information clearly. And that's it for today's vlog. I worked on two beginners HTML projects, the cat photo app and the recipe app. They may look small, but for me, projects like these are a real way to practice and make the basic sticks. In my next blog, I'll be moving to CSS, where I'll style these pages and making them look more beautiful. Thanks for joining me in my very first coding blog. Let's keep learning step by step. Bye-bye.